Well, hello everybody, another week, another video, and today we are having a bag off. That's not a really good title, I'll try and think of something else. But I was racking my brains for ideas and what to talk about, and then I thought, why not give you guys a chat about these two bags? I acquired them pretty much within the same time frame, and I've been using them a few times. I've gone out with them, so I thought I'd give you my thoughts on which I'd like better. Now, what I will say is that even though these two bags look vastly different, they are actually derived from, very popular flagship models of their respective brands. The Fendi's got its baguette, and Dior has had its Lady Dior for a really long time. When it comes to these two styles, you'll note they are quite different in the sense that the one on the left, the Fendi mini baguette in the Celeria style, looks considerably more casual than the mini Lady Dior that I have on the right, which looks decidedly more formal. And in a certain sense, you could wear them to the same occasion, but they give off completely different vibes and looks. Now, if you got the original one, so say the Fendi mini baguette in the black Napa leather versus the mini Lady Dior and say again a black or the normal lambskin, you would find that they could probably overlap a lot more in terms of use and functionality. But what I have here suits me because at least then I've got two different bags for two different styles of occasions, right? So coming to the bags, I thought I'd just show you what sort of fits and what I think about all of them. Let's start with the mini Fendi baguette. Now, this is in the Celeria style, and like what I said in my unboxing video, I saw this at the start of the year, and actually they've brought it back in store, so I didn't have to actually worry. Now, the Celeria stitching is really popular because apparently 1925 was the year in which they started with all the Celeria styles and stitching. So they've brought this back for these couple of years until next year because of the anniversary. So what the sales assistant told me is that the plaque in here, as well as the stitching, as well as the cuir romano, which is the leather in which this bag is, that's sort of very, very much in the Celeria style. It's the three different hallmarks of a Celeria bag from Fendi. This bag is about 20 cm across, and it's about 11 or 12 centimeters tall and about 5 cm deep. Now, let's look at this little beauty here. This is the mini Lady Dior. She is about 17 cm across, 15 cm tall, and again about 5 cm deep. So if you look at them together, you can tell one's obviously taller than the other, and one is obviously longer than the other. In terms of width, actually they do look sort of similar. This one looks a bit boxier, the Lady Dior, because it's thicker, but yeah, it's more or less a similar sort of width and depth, and then yeah. So it's quite interesting to see that actually, they're very similar in size, and of course how you would carry them is actually quite different. So in terms of how you carry it, this bag wins by a mile. You've got lots of different ways of carrying it. You've got a top handle. You can remove the top handle if you like, although this is how I normally wear it. I've sort of doubled up the chains, and you can hook the chains through here, or you can hook the chains through this massive D-ring here, and that allows for such a lot of different ways in which you can maneuver and hook the chains. You can do it, wear it long for a long crossbody. You can hook it up like this, so I wear it as a slightly longer shoulder carry with the top handle for use. And yeah, this is how I love to carry it all the time. Just sort of, I'll carry it by the top handle, and then just sort of hook the strap through, and I think it's really cute like that. In terms of carrying the mini Lady Dior, there's really only two ways you can do it: top handle or shoulder carry. I sort of vary between the two. Now, before anybody goes off on me on the comments for obscuring the beauty of my bag handles by putting twillies on them, I am going to say that I have very sweaty hands, and as a result of that, my bag handles will get marked or stained if I carry them without any kind of protection. The Cuir Romano in the light blue is relatively light, so I don't want to get it sort of stained or darkened. And I am conscious as well that this is in lizard, so I especially do not want to get these handles dirty, right? But yeah, coming back to that, you know, this is how, in terms of the ways of carrying it, you will find that the Fendi mini baguette is a lot more versatile. Coming on to the chain, I think both have really beautiful cable link chains. They're sort of similar in width, and that happens all the time with the Lady Dior. So there are two cable chains. The Fendi mini baguette is sort of slightly thinner, the Dior is heavier and thicker, and the break here is made of the same lizard leather, so I imagine it would be lambskin as well, with the chain sort of stuck to the top. I think it's a beautiful jewel detail. The Fendi mini baguette comes with a break as well, but it's just a plain leather one, so really more versatile. Interestingly enough, I was sort of doing a small comparison of what fits before I started filming, and what would you know, they actually fit the same amount of stuff. I kid you not. So let me just show you what they can both fit. In terms of bags, one of my bag rules is that I should be able to fit all my essentials in the bag. For these two bags, I've actually broken the one rule, which is they ought to be able to fit my umbrella and my reusable bag. Now, the Fendi mini baguette can definitely fit my mini umbrella and can fit a reusable bag, but I wouldn't do it because it just takes up too much space. So if I use it, I've got to use it in good weather, and just make sure that, you know, I've got other ways of protecting my bags, right? So phone cover in this bag, I have my lipstick, I've got my card holder, I've got my keys as well. I'll put my tissues in the front. I've got my bustier over here, and let me just put that in like that, if I can manage it one-handed. And I've got my hand sanitizer. Now let me just swap this around a little. And that fits. Now, the one thing that can't fit is my car keys. So if I am driving that day, I could theoretically put my car key on top. It will still sort of close in a pinch, but you can tell it's bulging out at the front here. And I don't really want to stress the leather like that, so I won't actually do it. If I had to put my car key in, I would have to take the bustier out, I would have to take my hand sanitizer out and put the car key in, and that would fit no problem, and then I can still close it, right? So yeah, on the days when I don't use it, I've got to pray that I can go cashless and that I can go without my hand sanitizer. It's fine in Singapore, but might not be otherwise. But that's what the Fendi mini baguette can fit. Now, let's see what the mini Lady Dior can fit. Now, in terms of opening it, I guess what I should have said is, for the Fendi mini baguette, it's very easy to get into because it's got a front flap. You'll also note that I've got a card slot at the back, right? I don't really use it. I've got a bag liner in here as well from Samorga, because the inside is this beautiful soft soft leather, and I just don't want to mark it, right? Now, in terms of accessibility, most of you will probably know it's a little flap here, which makes things so nice to look at from the outside, but such a pain to get in and out of. Still love the bag, don't get me wrong. But yeah, in terms of accessibility, the Fendi Mini Baguette wins hands down. Now the phone cover will go in. I'm filming with my phone, which is why I don't have that here. And my phone is an S22 and it will fit across the bottom of the bag like that. In terms of other things, I've got my card holder. I can stand that up because this bag has the height for it. I can't stand my phone up in this bag, not unless I stick it on the outside. And I've got my house keys. Let's put that in. Tissues. Hand sanitizer and Bastia. And my lipstick will go in at the top. And I can just close it and it is fine. More or less. There. Like that. Now it's pretty full, so I can't put my car key. I couldn't really put my car key in. I think I can sort of squeeze it in if I wanted to, but I wouldn't. If I put my lipstick in, I can pretty much fit the car key on the top, and then the bag will close. It does make everything really, really crammed in there, and the bag flap will stick up, as you can tell, just a bit. So I wouldn't do it. Again, if I wanted to take my car key along, I would also take out my Bastia, and I would also take out my hand sanitizer, and then I would put the car key in, and it should fit, no problem. There we go. And yeah, and now this bag is really heavy. In terms of weight, this bag definitely weighs a lot more than this bag, even with chains. But so in terms of usability and in terms of how good each bag is, I think I would probably still pick the Fendi Mini Baguette in terms of versatility and overall use. That said, in terms of aesthetics, this bag just looks absolutely beautiful. Every time I look at it, I just love looking at it. It's gotten to the point where if sometimes I work from home, this bag is just sitting on the table because I just want to look at it and admire it. In terms of functionality, in terms of durability, I don't think anything beats the Cuir Romano. Of course, if you're talking about a lambskin version of each of these bags, the Napa lambskin, of course that sort of goes away, right? So yeah, if you guys were thinking of getting, between this bag and this bag, I think it really depends on your function. This is definitely a lot more of an everyday bag for just sort of running around, and it's just a lot more durable. But if you want the evening bag to handle evening bags, pick this one. If you're looking at the normal plain ones, I would definitely have to say I would go for the Fendi Mini Baguette over a Mini Dior Lambskin Dior any day, simply because in terms of the functionality and in terms of the events you could wear them to, they would probably overlap a good deal more. And as I've said, I feel like in terms of accessibility and weight, this sort of wins hands down. That's not to say that the Mini Lady Dior isn't a great bag. Honestly, the few times I've used it, I've really loved it. So that is it, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.